Hey, I'm Dustin Wade Mills, and you're watching Mr. Tony of the Dead.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Mr. Tony of the Dead here, and I have another movie review for everybody out there. This one's on a movie called Maniac. This is from Blue Underground, and it's directed by William Lustig. This movie follows Frank Zito, played by Joe Spinell, and he is a man of, grew up with mommy issues. He was abused as a child and everything, and he takes to the streets of New York City, and basically goes after these women, and he ends up, killing them, and then he scalps them, and he takes the scalp, brings them home, puts it on a mannequin, and kind of like they're in his apartment, and he is going after, like I said, he goes after all these women, and that's what he does with their scalp. And later he develops this relationship with this female photographer, but he always has those, urges to go out and kill. So yeah, Maniac. This has been around for a long time now, and I'm guilty to say this is my first time seeing it, and this is going to shock people as well. I have seen the remake, and I'll be honest, I did like the remake, and the remake is nothing like this. And I think if I saw this first, I think this works both ways. I think if I saw this first and then watched the remake, I might not like the remake as much. And I only saw the remake once as well, and it was when it first came out. But the remake was neat because it was like through his eyes. You see it through his eyes. And this obviously isn't. Joe Spinell, I think, makes such a much better Frank Zito. And he has this, just this look to him. He looks greasy. I mean, literally looks greasy. He looks like a greasy person. And I didn't realize that he was the same guy. And it's totally different characters. Obviously, he's an actor. But like night and day between his character in this and his character as in Rocky, and I believe he's in like Rocky 2. Like the I don't know if he was like it's not a mob boss, but he's like this hustler guy on the street that hired Rocky to somebody owed him money. I can't think of his name in the movie, but I didn't realize that was him. And he's kind of a nice guy in Rocky. You don't dislike this guy. He's nice to Rocky and everything. And in this, he's just this maniac. He's just like a crazy guy, but you kind of feel bad for him at the same time. But it's like he hears these voices, and he kind of has like arguments with himself. Like here it says like, I warned you not to go out tonight. And I didn't know what that meant at first. I thought maybe he was saying that, or maybe you were warned not to go out because of him. But he actually has a conversation with himself, about that. Like, I told you not to go out tonight. And then it's like a whole thing. And if you see in the movie, But like, again, the first time I seen this, and I really liked it. I liked the grittiness of it. But it was cleaned up. It still had a gritty feel to it, because it's that, I think anything shot back in those days, and in like the 70s, 80s with New York, it has that feel to it. Like, New York now is obviously completely different than it was back then, especially when you see it in movies. Back then, New York just looked dirty and like, I don't know, it just didn't look clean. It looked like I don't know. It's hard to describe, and I don't want to insult anybody who lives in New York. I think New York's fine. I just think in movies back then, it just had this look to it, and it just like gave off a bad vibe. And this like kind of has that feel to it, and that's a good thing, because it makes you, it gives that feel to the movie. It's perfect for what it is. Also, the special effects in this were done by Tom Savini. In fact, there's like that famous head exploding scene in this with Tom Savini, and Tom Savini's in the movie, obviously, and he plays kind of a funny part too, like a guy picking up a girl who has a boyfriend, but he's like hitting on her, and she's all for it, but whatever. And there's like I've seen that scene before, but I never knew what movie it was from. And then seeing it, I was like, oh, that's what that was from? That's pretty cool. And it was done so well. Like, the casting of the head, It looked just like him. It was just done so well, and it's kind of crazy, like the mind that he is, the mindset he's in, and it's like the weapons he uses. It's not just like a thing to shave, like a razor blade or anything, like knives. It looked like a bayonet almost. There's like machetes. He has a shotgun. He just like, however he does it to kill these women and stalking them in New York. And back then, it was just the camera angles and everything. It just like gave it was just a good movie to watch. And I'm glad I finally got to see it, and I got to see it in 4K. In this new 4K restoration, right here, Blue Underground, 3-disc limited edition. And if you can see, it's a lenticular cover. I'll be honest, everybody says, and I'm sure you're thinking it, oh, his crotch moves. It sure does. Not sure if you want to see Joe Spinell's crotch moving, but and that looks nothing like his body, but there's the crotch moving. I honestly wish that this wasn't the cover they used for this to do the lenticular. I wish it was something else from the movie. Maybe the head exploding on here would have been so cool. I think that would have been awesome. I mean, maybe it would be going too far, but they also have the new zombie ones that come out, and the girl's eye is going into the splinter. So if they can have that, why can't we have the head explode on here? Or there should have been like other options as well, but we only got one, and it's this, and it's cool. It looks good. But let me show you what's on here. Like I said, this is a slip cover, and it's lenticular. And on the side here you have Maniac, which drips down the back here. I thought it was torn at first, but it's dripped down the side, but not here, just on this side. And then here you have like the same cover, but without the lenticular on the inside. And on the back here you have all this, and here's the special features. If you want to pause it now and you could check them out. And here you have the opposite side. This is what the front looks like I said, but then you can reverse it and you can put this on if you want. And there's even different artwork here on the back as well, which is kind of cool, because sometimes they always keep the same pictures or same stuff, but for the most part they do, but the pictures are different, so that's pretty cool that they actually did that. And then on the inside here you have, this is actually the soundtrack. They give you the soundtrack to the movie, which I haven't checked out, but I didn't mind the music in the movie. And then here is the Blu-ray, the first disc here. You have like the feature film and all that. And then the second disc here is has special features on stuff. Here, I'll give you a better look at it. It's like the reversed artwork cover on there, and it has all your extra features and that on there. You also get this booklet in here, and it has like the cast and that in here, and then there's the pictures. There's some poster art, interviews and stuff like that, and then on the back has the chapter selections for on the Blu-rays. One thing that I think is pretty cool is that this isn't like a thick case. Like, it's like a lot thicker than your normal cases. The same thing with this, like it's a lot thicker, and it's snug in there. It's like, it's not sliding out of there at all. It's staying put, and it's a very, very nice edition. I have never seen, like I said, I never watched this on VHS, DVD, on any other Blu-ray edition. I know there's plenty editions of this that people keep buying, and this one is the one that I've first seen and looks fantastic. I've heard about pictures might be too faded or too gritty, maybe the picture quality, it just wasn't great. Maybe the sound wasn't great either, but the sound on this was great. I watched the captions on this one, and captions were good, and you could really see the oiliness, there's the word, in Joe's face. And I'm not trying to knock him or anything. I think he does a fantastic job in this. Very believable as a maniac. The ending is kind of like very strange, and they didn't stray too far from the ending in the remake as well, but which I do remember. And the ending of this is kind of weird. I myself don't 100% get it, But I guess that's just, like, I get it, but I think it just kind of ended in a weird way. I don't know. But I enjoyed it. And, you know, like the special features on here, there's so much on here. It's definitely worth a pickup, especially if you're a fan of the movie, which I'm a fan, and I'm sure if there's somewhere down the road there's another edition of this, I would be glad to get it, because now I'm a fan of the movie, and I wasn't before. Well, not that I wasn't before, I never saw it before, so now that I saw it, it's pretty cool. And a lenticular cover. I'm a sucker for lenticular covers, even on VHS tapes. If it has it, I'll get it, even if it's a horrible movie. Luckily, it's not a horrible movie, and I like it. So, yeah, if you are interested in this movie, I'll put a link below where you can go purchase it. Also, I'll put a trailer below. Just a warning, I watched the trailer, and it is very spoiler heavy. So if you haven't seen this movie, don't check out the trailer. You know, wait till after you see the movie. But if you have, check out the trailer, you're fine, because you already know what happens. But that's just a warning, that's all I'm going to tell everybody. So, that's it, everybody. Thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and like I said, check out those links below. And if you have any questions, let me know, and let me know what you think about this movie, and anything you can add in the comments, you know, let me know. And that's it. Thanks everybody for watching, and talk to you later. Bye.